Alright YouTubers, what's going on? Coming back at you with another knife video, looking at a new Spyderco. This is the Polestar. This is another new offering for Spyderco for 2017. Just got this in today from Blade HQ. GP Knives, very quick shipping. And it is one of their new value models this year. A little bit different than the Efficient that I reviewed earlier. More about the size of a Tenacious. I don't have a Tenacious handy, or anymore at all, but similar. So let's go over the basic specs and we'll kind of get into the first impressions. So your blade length is 3.3 inches on this guy. Your close length 4.5 inches. Overall 7.81. Cutting edge is 3.15. It's got a little bit of a sharpening ricasso there, looks like. BD1 steel on this one, so an upgraded steel from your typical 8CR13 MOB. Typical leaf-shaped blade from Spyderco with a full flat grind, satin finish. The handle material is G10, and they call it gray, and you can see it looks pretty gray. I'm going to talk more about the G10 here in a second. Liner lock mechanism, and you've got your pocket clip that is 4-way adjustable, tip up, down, left, right. So, and the weight on this one comes in at 3.9 ounces. So, as you can see, the action out of the box is very good. It's very smooth. And one of the things I meant to mention here when I do these is the price on this one is $59.97. Now, GP Knives had probably I think one or two of these because soon after I bought it, it was out of stock, and now they have a pre-order up. And Knife Center has a pre-order up, so I'm not sure we're gonna find it in stock right now. But they are trickling out to dealers, so $60 for this one. A little bit more than a Tenacious and the Efficient, about $15 more than the Efficient. But you do get the upgraded blade still. It is a bigger knife. And the handles are kind of an interesting G10. Now, if you look at it, it almost looks, certain light, it's going to be hard to see it in this light, I think. Certain light, it's kind of translucent in some areas. You can kind of see it up here. And you can see when you look at this side of the G10, let me turn my little light on here. Let's do this. Let's get some more light going on in here. Got this light, camera light. See if you can see the more translucency to the G10. So it's gray. It's like a light gray, and there's almost like translucency. It's kind of cool. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or that's just how mine is. It almost looks like it wasn't dyed all the way in some areas, but overall a cool looking handle material. I mean, G10, it's different. It's like a checkerboard. It's not like the Para 3, typical Spyderco G10, or even this this Folsom has your typical G10. It's definitely a different feeling G10. Like I said, more like a checkerboard. Almost looks like a denim. They call it gray, but almost looks a little bit of bluish hue to it. So it's actually pretty cool. I like it. I think it's unique, and it's not your typical black G10. I'm glad they went with a different color for this one. So I do like that part about it. So the knife is actually a little bigger than I thought it was. I don't know why. When I saw 3.3 inch blade with 4.5 channel, I didn't think, oh, this is the size it's going to be. I guess I'm getting used to carrying smaller knives around. But it's got a substantial amount of handle. It's got good ergonomics. I mean, first of all, it's got, here's a good shot of it in the hand full size. If you have large hands, this is going to be a good knife for you. There's quite a bit of handle. I mean, I think it's deceptive almost, like it's bigger than 4.5 inches. That's what they say it is on the specs, and I'm looking for my little tape measure, and of course, it's grown legs and walked off, probably one of my children. But I feel like it just seems bigger. So, handle is comfortable though. It has a nice smooth action. It's on phosphorus bronze washers, and it's out of the box that smooth, guys. This is no oiling, no modification. It pretty much falls on itself. So the action for it is superb. You have your typical hourglass Spyderco pocket clip on there. Centering was really good out of the box. Like I said, just very smooth action. You have a nice cutout here for the liner lock to access that. They've been doing that lately. The Efficient was very similar to that. This one's definitely more, definitely smoother than the Efficient. And I'm going to tell you, it feels better quality. It feels nicer. It feels like a more expensive knife, which it is. But it honestly just feels that way. It is made in China, just like the Efficient. It just feels like a nicer knife overall. It has that more open construction like the Tenacious does. It does have skeletonized liners as well. You can see, maybe, gosh, This is always so hard to get the lighting right. Now, there's little pockets cut out. It's skeletonized, trust me. Get your lanyard hold attachment. First impressions are good. Like I said, I like the G10. I think it's cool. It's different. The action's super smooth out of the box. It is a liner lock. Nice solid action. Look at how smooth that is, guys. For 60 bucks. This is going to be a huge seller for Spyderco, I feel, because it's got some different materials than their typical Chinese offerings. I like the the different G10, how it's kind of translucent, kind of a grayish, like I said, like a denim color almost. Nice full flat ground blade, so it's going to be a great slicer, as is most Spydercos. Let's see, box sharpness here. Oh yeah, that was a couple layers of paper. Sliced right through that, so very sharp out of the box. So here's a size comparison for you. This is the Para 3, the Folsom from the James brand, and the Delica. It's my custom, in quotation marks, Delica, green micarta scales on it. So it is similar in size to those knives. Now, it's a little bigger than a Para 3, but definitely smaller than a Para 2. And as you can see, the Delica, it's a little bit more handle than the Delica. So it's, kind of that's where your size range is on that one. So it's a good size. It's, like I said, almost a little bigger than I expected, but not too big. Still very manageable for EDC, still lightweight, under 4 ounces. So, it's a good overall offering from Spyderco. I like BD1 steel. Nothing wrong with that. It's definitely an upgrade from 8CR13 and AUS 8. So it's nice to see them use that in a value folder. And for 60 bucks, it's a good deal. It's smooth, nice, just well made. It feels solid. It's pretty impressive for being a budget folder. It would be nice to see something like this made in the USA, but you'd be paying a little bit more money, hence the Para 3 and Para 2s, or over 100 bucks. You'd be, a little bit nicer still in these two, but let's do a little side comparison here to give you an idea of the size. So you can see it's quite a bit longer than the paramilitary, or the Para 3, not paramilitary 3, and the Delica 4. A lot more handle. So you get a lot more handle. So if you like a little bit bigger knife, this is definitely one. And now it's, again, not huge. I have a lot of knives that are a lot bigger than this, but it's a I would say medium to large EDC versus most of these are small. I mean, you're talking 3-inch blade or less on a lot of these knives, where this is 3.3. So overall, first impressions are great. Spyderco Polestar is a cool little knife for the money, guys. I think I think I paid a little less than 60 bucks for mine. I can't remember, because like I said, now GP Knives doesn't have them. They're on pre-order right now, but overall, a nice value folder. First impressions are really good. For the money, I would definitely recommend picking one up. I'm curious if the G10 is like this on all the models, or if mine's just weird and it wasn't dyed, all the way, because there's definitely some almost transparent spots in it, and I dig it. I think it's cool. It's different. It's almost like there's natural G10 under there, and they kind of dyed a little bit. I'd be curious to see if anyone else picks one up, what theirs looks like. As far as I know, I don't know of any other. There may be one other video on this knife. I know a fellow Spyderco enthusiast on the forums, or on the Facebook page, said he got one in, and he does some YouTube videos, so I'm not sure if his video's up or not. I haven't checked, but overall, a cool knife, guys, for the money. Pretty thin, too. Not terribly wide in the pocket. I want to say it's probably about the same. Yeah, about the same as the Para 3 on that. Probably slightly thicker than the Delica. Yeah, definitely thicker than the Delica, but overall, cool little folder. Cool value folder from Spyderco. Guys, this is just going to be a quick video. First impressions are really good. For the money, 60 bucks. Can't go wrong. It's going to make a nice EDC blade. If you're not, on a budget, you do have better steel than the BD1's a good little tool or carpenter type steel, and it's gonna hold an edge better than your AUS 8 and your 8CR13, so you definitely get an upgrade there. So I think it's worth the extra bucks. Plus you get the cool G10. So just something really neat from Spyderco that kind of flew under the radar. I didn't even heard of it, and then I saw it on the GP Knives website, and it was a budget model. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna pick one of those up and do a video on it and see how I like it. So there's my first impression. Now, guys, this is a heads up if you made it to the end. The video, which hopefully you did. There is going to be a knife still up on my channel, probably tonight, most likely later this evening. It's about 5:15 Mountain Time right now, and that's when I'm filming this, it'll probably be uploaded within the next hour, and I might be doing a nice sale shortly after, and there's going to be quite a few folders available for sale. So if you made it this far, there's your heads up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.